Hey guys, I've 1994 here, and today I've got a gameplay commentary over some Black Ops gameplay that I found on my hard drive. Still got like a bunch of gameplays from like 2 years ago, just sitting there on my hard drive, so I thought I'd talk over one of them while I talk about my trip to Europe. So I went to Europe, I think it was on March the 29th, and I went for about 10 days, I think it was. We went to France, Switzerland, Austria, and Germany. So we got a nice view of the Alps, and yeah. So first off, I want to talk about my flight to France. So we had two flights actually to get to France. We had one connecting flight in between. So I started off in Toronto, flew to Iceland, which I must say, oh my god, okay, if you've never been to Iceland, it's one of the most unique places on Earth, honestly. It's not even like Earth. It's completely flat. There's no trees, no vegetation, nothing. It's just rocks. It's the strangest thing that you could probably ever see on Earth. It honestly seemed like another planet or something. It was just so weird. And it did have a few mountains with snow on them, but for the most part, it just seemed really flat. I didn't get to see any northern lights, unfortunately, and it's kind of funny that I talk about that because this map that I'm playing on right now, it has the northern lights. But yeah, so I didn't see any of those. I didn't see any of the hot water springs or anything, or the geysers, the shooting up water or whatever, or volcanoes. I didn't really go to Iceland. It was just the airport, so my sight of Iceland was out a window, basically. I never really stepped foot on Iceland, so yeah. Oh well. But at least I can say I've been to Iceland. I was at the airport, so that's kind of neat. And anyway, so enough about Iceland, because I didn't even spend much time there. So after Iceland, we went to Paris. We flew to Paris, so about 3-hour flight. The total journey there was about 10 hours, I think, because it was about a 5-hour flight and then an hour in between and then 3 more hours and then I don't know. So yeah, we got in Paris. First thing we did was we went to the Louvre. That's the biggest museum, I think, in Paris, if not the world. I don't think it's probably not the biggest in the world, but at least in France or whatever. So there was a lot of art in that museum. Not a big fan of art, so basically my only objective at the Louvre was to see the Mona Lisa. And I did see it, and it's very small, and I don't know, it's not that special, but hey, I saw the Mona Lisa, which is kind of cool to say. It's very small, and it was in this huge room that was packed with about 1,000 people or 2,000 people, all trying to see this little painting. Meanwhile, there's like gigantic paintings on every single wall, on every roof, and everything is just, I don't know, it's amazing. But I don't get how this little painting of this random little girl, or not little girl, but this woman got so popular. Like, why does everyone want to see that painting? I don't know, whatever. So it was kind of cool though. So there's a lot of history and stuff in the Louvre, so it was kind of cool. They have like a medieval times, like Egyptian, not medieval times, yeah, Egyptian, like ancient Egypt section in the Louvre, so that was kind of cool to see. And yeah, that's about it for the Louvre. Oh, we went outside of the Louvre too. We weren't really supposed to. It was a group of 4, me and 3 other guys. We went outside, got a cool picture. I'll throw that up right now, so that you can see. It's like the glass pyramid outside the Louvre. So yeah, that's that. And then next, oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna have to cut this video into a few parts, maybe 2, maybe 3, I don't know, because I only have 3 minutes left and I'm still in Paris. So the next thing we did was we went to the Eiffel Tower, and the Eiffel Tower is very very popular, obviously. I'm pretty sure everyone's heard of the Eiffel Tower. So it was actually pretty big. It's nowhere near as big as, say, the CN Tower in Toronto, Canada, or, you know, I don't know, any building really. It's big, but it's not that big. You know, it's just so big compared to the rest of Paris. You know, Paris isn't really the highest city ever. Most of the buildings are quite low. And little history lesson here, most people didn't want the Eiffel Tower after it was built, because it was just so ridiculously high and it didn't really go with the rest of Paris. So they wanted to tear it down. But luckily they didn't, because it's very cool. I don't know what else to say. Oh, and this is kind of crazy too. We went the day after there was this terrorist threat. So if we would have went there the day earlier, we wouldn't have even got to go up the Eiffel Tower to see the rest of like the skyline and everything. So yeah, that was kind of lucky that we got in the day after the terrorist threat. It's pretty crazy. Terrorist threat? Come on. Freaking Europe. So yeah, anyway. We went up to the top of the Eiffel Tower. I got a few pictures and stuff. I might throw a few in here and there. I don't know. But it was cool. Anyway, so after that, we went to the Versailles Palace, which is one of the royal palaces. I think they built this one. It was one of the Louis Kings. They built the Versailles Palace after the Louvre. They didn't want the Louvre anymore or whatever, so I guess they went to build a new one. And this one was huge. It housed like 10,000 people, I think the guide said, the tour guide. Something crazy like that. There was a lot of people living there, and it's just a gigantic place. And it even has this garden, which is huge. It has like this mile-long lake, basically. I don't want to call it a lake, but maybe more of a river. But apparently there used to be like boats and stuff on that river, and yeah, this is a garden we're talking about, right? So yeah, it's a pretty big garden. Anyway, I'm gonna have to continue this into the next video. I'm gonna throw some pictures up here of the Versailles Palace right now, and that's a picture. And anyway, I'll talk to you guys later, and I'm gonna keep talking about the trip to Europe. Anyway, that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.